Hi everyone, my name is Maxim and you're on a channel dedicated to JavaScript and web development. And today we are starting a series of videos related to solving JavaScript coding problems. I hope it will be useful for those who would like to improve their understanding of JavaScript and coding skills. We will be using this site bigfrontend dev as a store of coding problems and often as a code editor. And today we are starting with the first coding task. Particularly, we need to implement a current function, which is going to be used like this. So we have a join function, which takes 3 arguments, ABC, and this function should return these arguments concatenated using underscore. Then we are passing this join function to carry function, which we are going to implement, and then we can use current join function, passing to it all 3 arguments, or we can pass firstly 1 argument and then pass 2 arguments, or vice versa. We can pass 2 arguments and then 1 argument. Let's try to implement this function. First of all, this carry function takes any function. In our case, let it be join function, and should return a new function. So let's call it carried, and this carried function should take obviously some arguments. So let's write it like this, and inside this function we should check if number of arguments greater or equal to expected number of arguments. So let's check if args length greater or equal to function length, expected number of arguments. In this case, we can return a function, our function, because it's ready to be called, but in our case we need to bind this function to our current context, this, using apply method. So we are binding this, and as the second argument we are passing args. Okay. Otherwise, we need to return new function, which is going to take other arguments, obviously. So let's call it other args. And this function should return again carried function. Yeah, in our case we need to bind this carried function to the current context using apply method, for example. So let's bind to this, and to pass as the second argument we should pass all the arguments we have. We have these arguments, and also we have other arguments. So let's just concat these 2 arguments, args and other args. And that's all. Let's try to submit our solution. Yeah, we are done. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.